Hi, my name is Julie. This is Chair Yoga brought to you by the YMCA Virtual Studio. Thank you for joining me today. So you have your chair. This is Chair Yoga. A chair with no arm rests would be great. Okay, so you definitely want to have freedom here. If you have a chair with arms and that's all you have, we'll just do the best that you can. And also try to pick a chair that's the right height for you. If you have a chair that's a little taller than you are and your feet or heels don't quite touch the floor, then just sit a little more forward in the seat so that your feet are flat on the floor. If you are seated in a chair that seems or feels a little low to you, then and maybe fold some blankets up and sit on top of those. That's fine. Works out really well. So I'm seated in my chair, but I'm not all the way back in my chair. My feet are flat on the floor. I can feel my sit bones down into the chair. I'm going to roll my shoulders back and lift up through the tops of my ears. So the minute I lift up through the tops of my ears, I can feel the muscles engage on the sides, the front, and the back of my waist. This will help keep my spine neutral. Take a moment now, hands on your thighs, and just close your eyes. Breathe normally. Feel your body sitting and feel your body breathing. Very often yogis will say, find your center. And what might that mean? Well, let's think of our center as our center line, which is our spine. Imagine with each inhale, your torso expands away from the center line of your spine. And with each exhale, your torso draws in. And just focus gently on that. You don't have to change your breaths to make this happen. Maybe you notice this happens automatically. Inhale and exhale a breath. You feel your torso expand away from the center line of your spine or draw in. You can relax your forehead, soften your jaw, part your lips. You can relax those muscles that you use for speaking because you don't need to speak, you don't need to react or respond. Throat and the top of the shoulders don't feel tense. And roll the shoulders back once again. Just breathing away from and towards the center line. This doesn't move the spine at all. The action happens deep within your torso. Feel rooted down through your sit bones, and if you feel your tailbone tucking underneath you and a lengthening happening in your lower back, widen your gluteal tissue back in the chair a bit and re-sit up nice and tall. Focus on your intention for practice today, whatever that might be. The reason that you decided to practice. Focus on, just for a breath or two, a feeling of gratitude for all the things that you have to be grateful for right now. I'm sure you can think of at least a few. Go ahead and open your eyes. It's a great practice to focus on the positive, right? To give thanks. Sitting in the chair, roll those shoulders. Let's get some movement going on with this upper part of our body. We have a lot of tension. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale as you roll the shoulders forward, up, and back. So nice. Inhale and exhale. Again, reaching up tall, reaching up through the tops of the ears, pressing down into your sit bones. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the right ear towards the right shoulder, nice and easy. Breathe. Inhale the head back up and exhale it towards the left shoulder. Breathe here and inhale up. Exhale. Right ear to right shoulder. Breathe. Inhale up. Exhale. Left ear to left shoulder. Breathe. more. You can never roll the shoulders up, back, and down enough. Feel the strength of the back body as you roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and openness in the chest. Bring those arms out. Reach up. Place your fingertips behind your ears, behind your head. Fingertips on the back of the skull, widening the elbows. Breathe. Keep the chin parallel to the ground. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, bring those fingertips behind the head. You can even move your skull back in towards your fingertips. And one more time, inhale out. And exhale. Moving the back of the head in towards the fingertips. And inhale. And exhale, release. Let's bring the palms up the front, inhaling up. Exhaling, just tapping the fingers on the back of the shoulders. Stay nice and tall. Inhale up. And exhale, palms down. Tall spine, tall center line. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, tapping gently in the back of the shoulders. Stay nice and tall through the spine. Inhale and exhale, palms down. And again, inhale, palms up. Tap in the back of the shoulders. Ooh. And exhale. Excellent job. Bring those arms out, nice and gentle. Just circle the wrists. Keep the wrists and hands lower than the shoulders, circle in one direction and then the other. Just breathing gently. Let's inhale, fingertips down. And exhale, bring the fists in. You can even bend the wrists a little bit. Inhale. And exhale, and it's okay. You don't have to completely unbend the elbows. You don't have to point the fingertips all the way to the floor. You do what works for you this morning. Just kind of opening up some of these muscles that might be very tight. Getting a little bit of strength going on here and flexibility. And release the arms down. Awesome job. Roll the shoulders. You might be feeling this in the shoulders and upper back. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's bring this right arm up and maybe holding on to our chair or the back of the seat of our chair as we reach over gently, stretching through the right side of our body from our armpit towards our hip. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale, let's switch. Exhale, breathe, breathe, breathe. You're doing great. Stretching now on that left side, from armpit to hip. And let's go back and forth. Inhale and exhale. Keep thinking about hugging the waist, hugging particularly the sides of the waist in towards the middle. Keeping that gentle hugging action. Keep your torso upright. Activate the stabilizing muscles that you have, your abdominals, so you can stay upright as you move from one side to the other. You're going to use your abdominals anytime you lengthen an arm or a leg away from the center of your body, and that's okay. Maybe one more time to each side, and I don't care how far you go or how much you bend your elbow. Great job. Awesomely awesome. So now I'm going to sit slightly forward in my chair, begin to move our legs a little bit more, okay? So I'm just going to ask you to sit up nice and tall, right? You can even move the flesh of your back end back and away, right, towards the back of the chair. I'm going to inhale here, and exhale, just straighten out through the right leg, toes up, and inhale back in. Just sit more towards the front of my chair. And inhale, extend out the other leg. Whew. And release. So your knees and ankles are lined up to start. Inhale, exhale, extend through, right leg, and inhale in. Just sliding gently. Whew. And in. Gorgeous. Let's try it again, each side. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, slide the heel. Stay up nice and tall in the torso. Again, one more time each side. What the heck? Feels good, doesn't it? Inhale. And exhale. Lift those toes up. Inhale. And exhale. Great job. Again, ankles underneath the knees. We're going to work on a little bit of hinging, and then we're going to work on a little bit of stretching through the hips. So let's roll the shoulders back. In, arms by the sides. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge at the hip, keeping the back nice and strong, nice and long, neutral, neutral. Again, you're hugging in, sides of the waist toward the center. Head is neutral, neck is long. And inhale all the way back up. You can inhale up too, hands at heart center. And exhale, hinge. Press down into the bottom of those feet, especially your heels. And inhale up. Now, if you like, you can, instead of bringing the hands to heart center, you can inhale the arms all the way up. And exhale to hinge. Reaching the hips back, reaching the sides of the waist forward, hugging in that torso towards your center line. Oh, feels good. Nice long spine. It's okay if you don't forward bend that far. Or maybe you don't feel like using your arms and you just want to keep your arms by your sides for the whole action. That's okay too. Modify this to work for you. We like it. And one more up. And exhale. And go back to center. Beautiful. Just add a little bit more movement of the legs, okay? So a few moments ago we were sliding out one heel, straightening the leg and bringing it in. Okay, so let's add on to that a little bit. Sit up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back, and you're hugging in the sides of the waist toward the center. Staying very, very tall. Wide through the back of the hips. Inhale, you're going to lift this right foot a few inches off the floor. And exhale, extend it a few inches off the floor. And then inhale, bring it in. And down. Great job. Let's try it on the other side. Inhale, lift a few inches. Exhale, extend. Don't let this change the shape of your spine. Don't hunch over. Inhale and exhale. Do it again. Hugging in the waist, hugging in the sides, the front and back waist, so that the column of your torso stays nice and tall and steady. Inhale. And it's okay if you're only lifting your foot a few inches. Or if you're feeling it today, you can definitely lift the knee higher and the leg higher, but try not to let that move your spine, okay? It's completely up to you. Inhale and exhale. You got it. And inhale. Nice. So it doesn't matter how high you lift. I just don't want you to lay back towards the back seat of the chair, okay? So only lift the leg as high as you can stay lifted with your torso. Right? Okay? Gorgeous. Awesome. Maybe one more each side, even if it's a little one. Inhale, inhale, and exhale, squeezing that thigh. Inhale and exhale. Awesome, great job. You can tap your heels a little bit. Now we're going to hug the abdominals in as we bring the knee in towards us, and we bring our torso and our knee in towards each other. Inhale here. As you exhale, let's bring that right knee up, hands behind the thigh. I'm just going to hug gently the heart. You don't have to lead with your head or your nose. Just hug in towards your chest, a little bit round the spine, a little bit. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale the other knee. Hug in. Gorgeous. Now, if you want, you can be nice and tall here. Use big arms, or you can use small arms. So we're definitely hugging in. Inhale here. Exhale, drawing that belly button back towards the spine. Hugging gently, rounding our spine. Inhaling and exhaling. And inhaling and exhaling. And inhaling and exhaling. And just one more. Excellent job. Time to twist. Our feet are hips width apart, knees are over the ankles. Roll the shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale here. As you exhale, turn your torso to the right. And hold this position for just a breath or two. Sit up nice and tall. You have your right arm behind you and your left hand over on one of your thighs. Each exhale and inhale widens the sides of the waist and then draws them in on the exhale. Let's inhale back to center. Nice tall lifted torso, and exhale to the other side, to the left side. You can take that left hand behind you and rest the right hand on one of your thighs. Stay up nice and tall through the tops of the ears. Each breath, inhales, widens the sides of your waist. And each exhale, hug in the sides of the waist, front and back. Now we go back and forth if you like. Inhale to the center position. Exhale to twist. Stay nice and tall. Hug into the center line. Inhale to center. Exhale. If you want a little bit more, you can raise the arms up in between. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Great job with the twists. So sitting in the chair, what I'd like to do is make a little circular motion. I'd like you to make a circular motion. So the column of the spine doesn't bend, right? It stays fairly straight and upright. And we're just stirring the pot. So we're kind of stirring the spinal column around the bowl of the pelvis, going in one direction and then the other. Just stirring the pot, just moving a little bit more. This could be a small movement for you or a big movement. It's different for every single one of us, right? So you follow what your body's telling you today. And back to the upright position. We're working on cat-cow stretches. So I'm going to turn side so you can get a better look at that. Okay. So again, I widen out back in my chair and I sit a little bit forward. I'm going to widen my feet apart. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to take cow pose. I'm going to roll the shoulders back, press the heart, and drop the belly down into my lap. Feel a big arch in the spine. Inhale. And then as I exhale, you're going to see me tuck my tailbone under and round my spine, drawing the front of my waist into the back of my waist. Inhale, roll the shoulders. So you're rocking the pelvis forward and back. And exhale. Or maybe you're just doing it a little bit, or maybe you're doing it a lot. We're all a little different here. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Cat pose. And inhale. And exhale. Go right back up to tall seated. Great job. Chair to face front once again. Sitting up nice and tall, moving the hips back in my chair. Once again, I'm going to inhale as I lengthen and exhale and stretch out my right leg, heels down, toes up. Now I'm sitting towards the front of my chair. I'm going to also stretch out the opposite leg. Woo, so now I have two straight legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keep lifting the toes up, squeezing the quadriceps, and it's the top of the thighs. And breathe. Beautiful. And we're going to inhale the arms up. As we exhale, we're going to bend the left knee and hinge forward towards those right toes. And you can bend the knee a little bit. It doesn't have to be completely straight. Beautiful. And inhale up. You can place the hands at heart center, or you can place the hands behind you like we did earlier. You don't have to fold all the way forward. Keep a nice long spine. Keep reaching those toes up. You can bring the hands to heart center or behind you. Nice long spine as you hinge. Whichever you prefer. And come on back to center. Bring that leg in. Great job. Let's stretch out the left leg, heels down, toes up. Again, you keep a little bend in the knee. Staying here, inhale, exhale, hinge. Inhale up. You can take the arms up if you like. You can exhale the hands to heart center as you hinge at the hip so the spine stays nice and long, toes are lifting. And again, inhale up. And maybe exhale the hands down by the sides as you reach. And inhale up. So you have options here. You can take the arms up or not as you hinge. You can bring the hands to heart center. There's a lot of stretching going on here. Nice long spine as you hinge. And one more time, inhale up. And exhale. Great job. I'll make up. Beautiful job. Let's take the legs nice and wide. More of a goddess type position. So the knees and the ankles line up, toes turn out a bit. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Go ahead and press down through your feet, through your heels. Press down a little bit, as if you were going to lift your bum off the chair, but you're not. But activate the muscles as if you were. Good job. And let's bring the arms to goalpost or cactus position. Inhale them up and exhale. Keep activating those legs, pressing down into those feet. pressing down into those heels, engaging the muscles as if you were going to press into the floor and lift your bum off the chair. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale up and exhale. Good, nice firmness, outer sides of the waist, front and back. Remember, we're hugging in the sides of the waist and towards the center. You'll also feel the front and back waist hugging as well. And now let's bring the hands together overhead if we can. Make a little steeple. Great job. Press down, reach up, reach up. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your left elbow and forearm down. So you're hinging or leaning over towards this left side. You can inhale and exhale, this right arm overhead, if you like, but you don't have to. Firming the waist, front, back, and sides. Inhale up. And exhale, bring the right forearm down to the right side. You can reach over, you can place your hand on your hip if that's not comfortable for you. You can keep the elbow bent, or you can reach, so whatever works. And inhale up. Do one more time each side. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Nice, good job. Let's roll the shoulders back. Awesomely awesome. You can walk those feet in. Great job, great job. We're going to do a little bit of a series for the upper body, and then we'll do a little bit of a series for the lower body. So taking the tuchus back a bit. Pressing the hands. Some people can clasp their hands and press out through their palms. For some of us with arthritis, that's not as comfortable. So we can press the palm of one hand against the back of the other. Let's sit up nice and tall, shoulders back. Inhale, press the palms up towards the sky. And when you exhale, place those fingertips behind the ears and move the jaw straight back. Awesome. On the next inhale, press the palms. On the next exhale, let's bring the arms down, palms turn in to look at you, and stretch the arms out. So we're opening up the back of the shoulders. Yeah? Great, 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 great. Let's inhale. Let's let the fingertips fly up. As we exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Nice and easy. And then you can inhale and twist to the left. Arms can go up overhead or not. And exhale. Next, I'd like you to inhale your chest to the front and hold the back of the chair. Kind of opening up the front of the chest, opening up the front of the shoulders, drawing the shoulder blades down your spine. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands forward, your forearms on your thighs, and relax. Let your spine curl just a little bit, so you're rounding the spine just a little bit. And then place your hands on your thighs, and as you inhale, come on up, kind of like cow pose. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's try that series again. Inhale, press. Exhale, fingertips behind the ears. Keep moving the jaw back. Inhale, press. Exhale, let's press to the front, palms facing in. Inhale, fingertips fly. Exhale, twisting to the right. Stay nice and tall, hug in towards that center line. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist to the left, hugging in towards the center line, nice and tall. Inhale, chest to center, hands hold the back of the chair. On the next exhalation, the forearms come down. You're going to round the spine a little bit, just gently. Don't just drop the head, let the spine round. On the next inhale, slide the hands up, reach the heart, cow pose. And then exhale, come to neutral, hands at heart center. B-E-A, beautiful. Okay, so let's do a little bit of standing work, shall we? I like to practice chair when I do standing work. So let's practice a little bit of chair in the chair and chair out of the chair. I'm going to turn sideways once again to make this a little easier for you to see. Okay, so I'm sitting partway towards my chair. I've got my gluteus back there. Okay, so feet are hips width apart or maybe a little wider is more comfortable for you. Knees and ankles line up. Place the hands at heart center. Now I want you to press down into your feet as if you were going to lift your tuchus. So engage those muscles. You're going to give a little bit of a hinge, to the spine, but the spine is still neutral, but hug in the sides of the waist, hug in the sides of the waist. Press down through the feet. So this is your chair pose if doing it standing is too difficult for you. hinging slightly forward, hugging in the sides, front, back of the waist. You can even do this if you're hugging in the sides of the waist, the front, and the back of the waist. Great job. And then relax. So that's quite challenging. So you can definitely do that, or you can practice chair out of the chair. Inhale here, exhale, pressing the feet, come up to standing. This is Tadasana, right? We love Tadasana pose. If you are a little worried about your balance, the chair is right there behind you. So when you practice your chair pose, if you end up having to sit down, it's right there for you, okay? Feet a little bit wider than hips width, toes face straight forward. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Take a nice inhale here. And as you exhale, look for the chair behind you with your back end. Knees are gonna bend, they don't knock together. They stay hips width or ankles width apart, great. Now notice that we don't tuck the tailbone under, nor do we arch the whole chest forward. We just sit back and then hug in the sides of the waist and the front and back waist. Great job. This is challenging. You bring the hands to heart center. You can reach the arms out in front, which is going to increase the challenge. Hug the waist in, front, back, side to side. Great, great, great. You're gripping a little bit with your toes, but you're pressing through your heels. Now we're going to inhale all the way up, straighten the knees, inhale up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Awesome. Let's bring the arms to cactus or goal post position. Let the elbows be heavy. I'd like you to inhale and lift the chest up towards the ceiling. Keep moving the thigh bones back, however, and widening the inner thighs apart just a little bit. Great job. This is a back bend. Inhale here, exhale to neutral. Awesome. Let's try that again. Thigh bones moving back. You should feel the weight down the posterior chain into the heels. Let's bring the arms to goal post or cactus position. Take a nice inhalation. The thigh bones move back, but the heart lifts towards the sky. And if you want, you can stretch the arms up, depending on if it's comfortable for you, but you don't have to. Nice back bend. Inhale here, and exhale, hands to heart center. Awesomely awesome. So I mentioned doing a series. I like to do a little bit of a forward bending series. Here using the chair, you can use the back of the chair or you can use the seat of the chair. Depends on how comfortable you are with your back bends, okay? So we can figure it out together. You can decide which one works best for you. I'm gonna stand a bit away from the seat of the chair. You could be standing away from the back of the chair. Nice and tall in your Tadasana or mountain pose. Feet hips width apart, straight forward. We don't want to turn the toes out here when we forward bend. We'd like to keep them parallel, sides of the feet parallel to the edges of your mat. And it's okay how wide apart you put your feet, up to you. Wider is always better for stabilization. Thighs move back, shoulders roll back and down. Inhale the arms up. And as you exhale, you're going to hinge and you can bend your knees and bring your hands to the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. And you're going to have to decide how far back you might need to walk. You might need to shuffle those hips back, move those feet back, and maybe even reach the hands more forward, bend the knees as needed, and lift your tailbone up and back towards the back wall as you straighten the elbows and kind of press gently your palms and hands down into the seat of the chair. Your head stays above or between your upper arms. Great job, very nice. How are you feeling? Let's press into those hands. Bring your belly button up now and slide a little bit more forward. So make sure your chair isn't sliding. Okay, it's real important. Slide a little bit more forward, your heels might come off the floor. Engage the belly, engage the belly. Inhale here, and exhale once again, reach back. You can bend the knees, lengthen the spine, press forward and down into the seat or the back of the chair, reach the hips. Once again, hugging the sides of the waist in. Inhale forward, this is a modified plank or push-up position. As long as your chair's not moving, you're safe. Try to press down through the bigger knuckles of your hand, not the heel of your palm alone. Inhale here, and exhale back. And maybe we do just one more of these. Even if you only come a little bit forward, that's okay. All right, forward. Wrists and shoulders line up a little bit. Inhale here, and exhale. Always bend the knees as needed. Let's walk those feet in now, towards the back of the chair or the seat of the chair. Bend the knees, fingertips on the chair or the back of the chair, and straighten the elbows. So now our spine is nice and long. It's not rounding anymore. Push into your feet, press your chest into your back. Inhale up, thighs move back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. So you're either facing the back of the chair or you're facing the front of the chair. Inhaling and exhaling, I'm going to step my right foot back. So I have my right foot stepping back, and I can turn my right toes out, that's okay. My left foot can move my chair a bit, give me a little bit more width. I stand a little wider. Maybe you stand wider or you don't. It's okay. So left toes are pointing forward towards the seat of the chair, and my back foot is angled slightly, but my feet are wide enough apart so I don't feel like I'm on a tightrope. Gives me a little bit more stability. Turn your torso towards the chair. So you're going to feel some stretching going on here. It's okay if you have to lift your heel a little bit off the floor of that back leg. Let's inhale the arms up. And as we exhale, place your hands on your hips and lower the whole rim of your pelvis. Good. This is going to bend your front knee and stretch the back of that back leg. As long as your knee doesn't go over your toes, you're good. And then let's straighten again. Inhale up. Exhale, place the hands on the hips. Whew. Good job. Very nice, very nice. Inhale up. This time we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to keep the arms overhead if we can. Very good, very good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You can even do what we practiced before. You can arch up a little bit here. Feels good, yeah? And release. Inhale and exhale. Excellent job. We're going to step up. And then we're going to do a little bit of forward bending before we move to the other leg. Let's inhale up. And as we exhale, we're going to bend forward. Nice flat back. But as we get closer to the seat or the back of the chair, maybe we have to walk back a little bit, we're going to release down. So I'd like you to relax the spine. Maybe put your forearms on the seat of the chair. You can rest your forehead on your fists. You can bend your knees as much as you need to, okay? You can also do this on the back of the chair. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Great job. And before we do the other leg, we're going to place our hands in the seat of the chair and straighten our elbows so that our back becomes flat. Knees bend a little bit. Keep hugging in the front, back, and sides of the waist. Push the chest into the spine, roll the shoulders back. Great job. So now we're going to step the other leg back. So I'm keeping my right leg forward. I'm going to step my left leg back. Right toes face the chair. My left leg turns out a bit, and I'm going to widen them apart from side to side. Again, it's going to give me a little bit more stability, a little bit more balance. Okay, so feel free to do that whenever you need to. Both legs are a little straight. Hands on the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, just gently lower the hips. Now, you want to make sure the front knee doesn't go over the toes when you do this. So you don't have to come down very far. And inhale, lift the hips. And exhale, lower the hips. And inhale, lift the hips. And exhale, lower the hips. Great job. And inhale, lift the hips. This next time, I'm going to bring the arms overhead. The hips lower. You can take a look with your face. You can see that the front knee doesn't go past the front toes, reaching back through the back heel. You can even use the goalpost position or just look up with the heart, whichever works for you. Give yourself a little bit of a back bend here in this warrior one. And inhale and exhale. Great job. Release, bring up. Good job. Very, very, very good job. Okay. So one more. I'm going to take this chair more to the end of my mat. And I'm going to stand facing you with my chair over to the side. I'm going to take my legs wider apart. And I'm going to turn my left toes to point under the chair. And I have my right foot still parallel with the back edge of my mat. Again, I'm not on a tightrope. The one heel makes a line to the other heel. So I've got a little width here. Both legs are straight. Let's inhale the arms out. And as we exhale, lower your hips between your legs. This is going to bend the one knee, the front knee. Gorgeous. And inhale back up. And exhale. Beautiful. And inhale the hips back up. Relax the arms. And exhale. Gorgeous. And inhale. Exhale. Hold here. Relax the shoulder blades down the back. Hug the leg muscles in towards the bones. You go ahead and look out over that hand. It's over that bent knee. Great job. You can even bring one hand down, one hand up. Inhale. If you like, you don't have to. Breathe. And then back to warrior two. Awesome job. Up. Great job. So now you're going to take these toes forward and move the opposite toes back. The heels still line up with each other. You can do this behind your chair as well. This is a chair class, right? But if I had my chair in front of me to hold on to, you wouldn't be seeing me as well. So you can always bring your chair to wherever you need support. Remember that in any chair class. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the hips. So let this movement come from the hips, not from that front knee. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower the hips. You got it. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. We don't want this front knee to go past those front toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower and hold. You can take a look and make sure that your front bent knee is not going over your toes. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale here. Exhale, you can look over that front bent knee out through your fingertips. Breathe, hug the front, back, and sides of your waist in. If you like, you can even reach the back arm back and the front arm up. You don't have to, you can. Inhale here, and exhale back. Great job. And back to center with the head. Hands come in, walk those feet in. Now we're going to come back to seated in our chair for the last few stretches. Yay. Great job, everybody. I hope you're feeling good. Just going to do a little bit more stretching for the front of the hips and for the back of the hips. So let's turn side in our chair. One leg forward, one leg back. Give it a nice stretch. Now you can keep the knee bent, or you can attempt to straighten a little bit more. It depends on you. The front knee and ankle line up. You have this nice, beautiful long back leg, or bent knee is fine too. Inhale that same arm up. So this is to stretch through the front of this hip, this front hip and thigh. So the more you straighten the back leg, the more you're going to feel that through the front thigh and hip. But that's okay. You're feeling it with the knee bent as well. Just pull the low belly in if your knee is bent towards the ground. Nice big stretch. However you do it, you can arc your chest up towards the sky. You look like a crescent. This is a crescent pose. And exhale. Great job. Slide that in. I'm going to turn to the other side. Awesomely awesome. I'm going to take the other leg back. Again, you can keep the knee bent, or you can extend the leg back, whatever feels good to you. Same arm, you're going to reach up. You can hold on to the back of the chair, the seat of the chair, whether the knee is bent. If the knee is bent more, this front knee is bent more, then hug the belly in. You can arc through the spine. You can straighten the leg back a little bit more, create that crescent shape. Inhale here, and exhale, release. Awesome job. Slide that in, leaning in, sitting back to the front. You can cross the right ankle over the left ankle with the knee widening to the side. You can cross your legs now, sitting up, pressing down to the sit bones, reaching up. Or you can cross into this number 4 position. So you choose what works for you. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now this may be challenging enough. We're flexing this foot so that our knee and ankle stay lined up no matter how tight our hip might be. So you have some options here to stretch a little bit more. You can come up on the toes on the floor. So you can lift that heel. I'm lifting my left heel. I can lift my left heel up off the floor. That's going to give you a bigger stretch. Or you can gently hinge at the hip, if that feels good to you. So you have some options as to how you want to feel this stretch. Just breathe. You can stay straight upright as well. So it depends on how the stretch feels for you. It can be a very strong stretch, very challenging. And that's okay. Just breathe. Keep a long spine. Breathe through the center line. And then release and remove that leg. Great job. Okay, other leg. You can cross over at the ankle, widening the knee. You can cross over like you're having coffee with your friend, but make sure you sit up and don't hunch back, right? Don't round back. You want to make sure you sit up nice and tall, press to the sit bones, or you can bring this foot across in the number 4 position. We don't want to sickle the ankle. You see what my ankle's doing? That's sickling. We don't want to do that. We want a strong foot, press through the heel. Toes spread a little bit, and it's okay if your knee doesn't come down really low. As long as you can hold the stretch and it feels okay to you to do that, go ahead and do that. Sit up nice and tall. This may be just where you need to be. Or you may want to come up on the ball of the right foot, lifting the right heel, which will incur more of a stretch in the hips. That's a great thing to do. Or if you'd rather, inhale, nice long spine, exhale, hinge. That's going to increase the feeling of the stretch as well. So you choose where you'd like to be with this particular stretch, okay? This is a great stretch for the outer hip, opens up the piriformis area. It can be very tight, very, very tight. So if you do a lot of sitting, or if you tend to do a lot of movement with your toes turned out, this can be very tight. If you do a lot of walking, it can be very tight as well. We need these muscles, piriformis and psoas, to help us walk. So we really do use them, and we are making a point of stretching them today in class, which is great. And then come on up and relax and woo. So now you get to sit your tuchus back in the chair, widen those tissues back in the chair, feet flat on the floor. This doesn't mean that you lay back in the chair, okay? If you do decide to lay back in the chair, you're gonna notice that it just does not feel as lengthened for the spine, and your lower back starts to do some odd things like round down or sink down. So try to stay upright, roll the shoulders back, hug in gently towards the midline. Hands on the thighs. Bring your chin to parallel, which means reach up to the top of the ears. Close the eyes and just focus on your breathing. Just like in the beginning, each inhale, your torso widens itself away from the center line of your spine. Each exhale, it draws in. That's all there is to it. Inhale, widening away from the center. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale, widening away. Exhale, drawing in. Inhale, widening away. And then just breathe. Imagine that center line of your spine is a place of energy, a place of activity. It keeps you upright, forthright. And you can soften all the tissues and the muscles, soften them across the skeleton. Relax the brow, the jaw, the thighs, the hands. Relax the throat and the shoulders. Still upright, but not tense. Softly breathing. Focus on something that you're very thankful for. That gratitude. Whatever it may be, something small, something big, a person, a place, an experience, a memory. Just take a few moments. Breathe into heart center with a sense of gratitude and connection. Your connection to your body, your connection to the world. Go ahead and open your eyes. Acclimate a little bit to what you see around you. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me today for Chair Yoga. May we all find peace, no matter what we are given. Namaste.